A sovereign wealth fund is a public financial management tool recognized globally as a tool that is able to help governments manage funds of substantial proportions, and that's why one must be set up for the oil and gas sector. That's the word of the budget director at the Ministry of Finance, Sonia Roopnath.
You are fully aware we are a country that imports oil, so we are subject to the vagaries of oil prices going up globally or prices going down. As manufacturers and producers, you know how this affects your cost of production, even within the cost of production of electricity. So this is not something you're unfamiliar with. So if you scale that up to a national level, how do you protect the whole country from that type of volatility?
Ms. Roopnath addressing businessmen and other stakeholders at a recent discussion forum hosted by the GMSA on government's green paper on the management of the petroleum sector. She says that stakeholders must recognize that the petroleum revenues are going to be both finite and sizable, so the allocation of resources within the national budget must cater for certain initiatives.
You want to make sure that you're focusing on development spending that's going to be necessary for our country, and you want to also make sure that you're recognizing the inherent rights of future generations, so that you're saving funds as well, so that the young people in the room can look forward to a future for their children and their children's children and their children's children, hopefully in perpetuity, ceteris paribus, if we do it well.
According to Ms. Roopnath, there should be sound plans implemented to stabilize that level of volatility that is anticipated from global price movements. Also, systems and institutions set up must avoid what is sometimes associated with a large size of revenues coming in to a relatively small economy like Guyana's.
You want to avoid corruption, you want to make sure that your systems are strong enough to have good accountability, to demonstrate transparency, and to ensure that we do that and make sure that that happens is how we avoid the resource curse. You don't want to end up like several countries who have had significant revenues coming in from petroleum and other natural resources, just to make sure that you're not going to be in a position where you are very vulnerable to a resource curse. You don't want to end up in a situation like, let's say, Nigeria. You have huge amounts of resources coming in, but you can't show the development needs are being met.
Reporting for HGP Nightly News, I am Kristen Macklingam.